So how was the weekend and Ugadi celebrations? All are good.
Yeah, everything went fine, and Friday I was on leave also. So it was my wedding anniversary.
Oh, great.
So
Okay. Even
3 days spent well.
Even the Shankars also
Yes,
wedding.
yes, I too. So I
Uh,
just saw the WhatsApp status of his, and I was quite surprised,
okay, great.
carrying the same date coincidentally.
Yeah, great. Last weekend there were a lot of things like Ugadi, Ramadan, and a lot of
Yeah,
anniversaries.
yeah. Are you fasting today?
Yeah, no, actually no.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start the sessions today. And in the last class, we have initiated the new topic like Terraform tool. So what is Terraform? We have been discussing about what is Terraform, what is the use of that, what is the benefit of that, and what is the role of, especially in the context of infrastructure as a code. And almost we have discussed about features as well. Features and advantages are, uses all are same only. So like it will improve multi-cloud infrastructure, automating thing infrastructure as a code, reducing the cost and reducing time. So these all things are main uses of the Terraform here. And once it is okay, then we are just highly discussed about just small piece of commands like 4 or 5 commands. Theoretically we have discussed like what is Terraform init, what is Terraform validate, what is Terraform plan, what is Terraform apply, what is Terraform destroy as well. But today I would like to start with, first of all, we need to set Terraform environment, means we need to install and configuration of Terraform installation. Small straightforward steps only, nothing big tool. It's a very small tool only, so nothing complicated steps here for installing of Terraform. Then once we install and configuration of Terraform in our any one of the virtual machine, then we can start how we can implement in order to do infrastructure as a code. Right, till now we have done a lot of things by manual, sometimes we have done for pipelines here, but here everything we have to write in Terraform files. Then we have to provisioning our infrastructure and pipelines XYZ here. So for that context, we have to learn only 4 to 5 commands, sorry, nothing much here. The first thing is Terraform init. So let me recap one more time, then we can start to implementation of lab today. So the first one is Terraform init. This command will prepare your working directory. Means if I want to provisioning any kind of infrastructure as a code, so my workspace should be aligned as well. So for that purpose, Terraform has given like Terraform space init, very small commands, nothing much complicated like gcloud command. So the next thing is validate. So whatever I have written the configuration file using of Terraform, I need to be validated before execution that, right? So for that context, Terraform has given like Terraform space validate. It will check our configuration, whether whatever I have written the syntaxes, whether it is good or not. So it will do validate. The third form, most important, the plan. So the Terraform space plan, this command will show you changes required by the current configuration. Let's say I have prepared the configuration file for virtual machine. Okay. So once after a deployment, then again I added storage bucket there. In the same file, in the configuration file, I have written the Terraform code for storage bucket as well. So when in order to, I am going to next provisioning of my storage bucket along with virtual machine, this Terraform plan will show us what is existing is there, what is you about to go provisioning. Means just kind of a segregation in in the past and in the current. Now in the past, it says already VM is there, and in the current you are about to going to provisioning storage bucket as well. So like kind of that, because we should know, right, while existing is there, then what I about to go implementation. So both should be give by using of Terraform space plan will give segregation by showing changes required by the current configuration. And apply, end of the day, we have to do provisioning our piece of code. The standard command is Terraform space apply. Means whatever you have written in the configuration file, it will go and about to deploy your resources into your targets. And destroy, I don't tell because it's nothing but you can destroy your infrastructure, whatever you have created. So let's go. And for environment setup of Terraform, so today I would like to create one virtual machine because I would like to set my Terraform infrastructure in CentOS today. You can do it anywhere, even though you can use Windows as well. But 80 to 90% points are using Linux or CentOS kind of operating system. So try to do your best, like with CentOS only. So I'm logging into sometimes cache will kill us our patience. So let me log into my GCP console. So go to your virtual machine first. Why I am giving my account now? Why you are coming another account? Sorry guys, 1 minute. Let me go to my account because by default it is taking another account because the problem is cache. Okay, now I am in my account. Okay, so in order to set my Terraform environment in the real time also, they will give you some virtual machine for you. Then on top of that virtual machine, you have to set up your Terraform, installation and configuration in order to implement Terraform scripts here. So go to, if I want a virtual machine, of course, you know very well, it's very straightforward, right? So go to compute engine and try to create one virtual machine here. Because I need to create one environment, basically. That is the main thing. Nothing is new here. Everything is, very well. So let me give my VM machine like Terraform, I think setup. So most of the things I will go by default values. The boot disk, I will change CentOS because it's almost kind of advanced Linux flavor here. So majority of the organizations are using CentOS or Linux US only. Windows operating system very less people are using, but yeah, see, it's only environment. The implementation is the same, but only your environment, whether I am going with Windows operating system environment or whether I'm going to Linux operating system environment. That is the only difference. Rest Terraform implementation for Windows, for Linux, both are same. So I'm just trying to change only operating system here. So I'm just trying to create one virtual machine because I need to set up my Terraform environment. Once it is done, then let's see how we can implement our scripts. This is a one-time setup, guys. Environment and installing and configuration setup is one-time setup. Okay, since we are newly starting Terraform here in this year, so this setup is only for one time. Once it is ready, every time you can log in into the virtual machine, then you can do anything with Terraform. Okay, this is only one time setup for your information. So once it's done, let's go SSH here because I need to connect it to my virtual machine, whatever I have created here. So once you deployed, just now you have deployed your CentOS operating system. So I need to set something here. Let me show it once it is connected. I think so it's successfully connected. Let me maximize it. Yeah, let me zoom it as well. So I just zoomed because maybe for you it may be small icons, small font. Now it's a bit good. So I log in, I connected into my CentOS here. So let me switch into root account. Root in the CentOS root account in the sense admin account. In Windows operating system, however we are using admin now, similarly in CentOS or Linux OS, we are using sudo account. Sudo in the sense admin accounts basically. Sudo space -i. That means if you see here, I just switch it to my normal account to root account. Root account means admin account basically. Because few things without root account we cannot do anything. It's kind of a owner guys, means administrator antam kada. I mean the high power user. In the operating systems level, we have some high power users like admin, owner accounts like that, right? So similarly, in CentOS, we have a root account. Root account contains, root user contains highest power, across the all kind of administration. Means he or she can do anything, whoever having root account access. But since I am the owner for this my GCP console setup, so I have act as a root account as well. But in the real time, it will ask you password as well. We can set password as well, but every time you have to give password. But doesn't matter password is, but you should know how to switch to root account. So sudo space -i is the command in order to switch your, root account here. So just type ll, so nothing files is there. So here you have to run couple of commands in order to update our extensions, like, let's say any operating system installation. Sometimes you might be update your, let's say OS patches or OS kind of plugins, anything, you have to update it here. So similarly here also we have to update couple of things where we need to update once you set up your operating system here. For that we need to run few commands. 1 second guys, 1 second. I'm sending one email, so I'm just unsharing my screen for 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay, sorry for that. It's important. 1 minute. That's it. Yeah, sorry. There was an emergency email. Okay, fine. So where are we? Let me share my screen. Yeah. So now here I am about to update my operating system. So by using a few commands here for that. So I am here. The first command is once you install your operating system on your virtual machine. So just try to do with your root user like sudo yum. Yum is the package installer command. update -y. This is a small command. If you want to update any kind of operating system patches, versions, plugins, whatever, like Windows also we are doing updates, right? Once you install any kind of operating system, after this we can update our operating system. Like if I install 10, I can install 10.0 small patches as well, right? So here also I would like to update my patches here. So if you see, few patches are trying to update in my CentOS operating system, like small things where it can support to your Terraform. It could be some other operations as well. So it's some group of extensions are like Google. See, Google SDK it will use for Terraform, or Google Cloud SDK it will use for Terraform, and apart from that, OpenShift also sometimes it will use it for Terraform, right? So this kind of a packages it will updating. If you see here, Google Cloud SDK standard development kit updating, on top of that my CentOS operating system. So these are updates will helpful in order to execution of our Terraform script. So this is the one-time setup. You see here, 4 packages are trying to update in currently right now. So even though if you install Windows operating system in your laptops, sometimes it will ask to you to update your operating system like that, right? So similar way of here only, but different commands only, because in the command line interface like CentOS, so we have to update like this. So once it is done, we can install Terraform, then we can try to, sorry, we can download install, we can download Terraform, then we can try to do install as well. Again, telling is a one-time setup only. It will take around 2 to 3 minutes because updates will take some time. So we have to bear with us, because without Terraform setup, we cannot do any kind of implementation. So since this is the first time, so it is taking some extra time. Let's wait. In the meanwhile, do you have any questions with Terraform? I mean, at least in terms of functionality and use of the Terraform, do you have any questions? Because we have time to discussion. It will take around 2 to 3 minutes more time. So first of and one more time, I'm telling, it's not a mandatory, but I can say it's important as well. So try to whatever we are going to doing labs, try to do this Terraform labs as well, along with your GCP administration, GCP DevOps. Then it would be give very good, high profile, in your resume. Sorry, it will give additional boost up here, because nowadays there are it is expecting basics of Terraform. So on top of that, your GCP administration, GCP DevOps, they are at least expecting some kind of a infrastructure as a code tool like Ansible, Terraform. But Terraform is first priority as of now, because this is not a programming language, so it's a declarative language. So majority of the people, using this tool because it is very flexible tool. even though it's not kind of a writing code. It's just kind of a declaring your parameters and templates. That's it. So why, in the sense, majority of the organization, they are using automation, right? So as a part of that, they are using infrastructure as a code as a part of automation, along with our CI/CD pipelines and our GCP resources, right? So if they have this kind of a framework kind of setups, they can reuse across the organization. Let's say I am working under one project where we are using Terraform. So we are doing very well along with written all scripts and everything. Maybe in the same organizations, they might have different projects for different GCP cloud projects, right? The same framework, client can be reusable. That's the beauty of this kind of a infrastructure as a code. So the same piece of code, I can take it for another project. Simply, I can do enhance. I can provisioning my infrastructure very simple, and it's kind of like, a robustic way deployments will happen in order to provisioning your GCP resources as well as GCP pipelines. That's the beauty of that. No need to write everything from the scratch level code. That's the one thing we can do, reduce the cost, reduce the time. Of course, a lot of benefits on top of that. Because if anything happened with infrastructure by using of this kind of framework, simply we can do reprovision. Let's say due to some technical reasons, my VM automatically deleted. Just assume like that. What I can do, simply I can run this command, Terraform command, within 1 or 2 minutes, I can reprovisioning the same. No need to write, no need to go and create virtual machine, what the hard disk is, no, because already my framework is contains everything. I need to just run the command. Let's see how will the practical we can go and we can see that. So of course, we have successfully updated all plugins like SDK, software development kit, and everything, whatever CentOS is needed, not only for Terraform, every level, my OS is just updated here. And here, once it is done, so I would like to clear my screen. What happened? Okay, it's a maybe zooming problem. Okay, so let's go. I need to install wget. What is wget, guys? Anybody remember this command? Wget. Wget means nothing but if you want to download any kind of a software packages over the internet, from the internet, then we have to use wget command. So in the CentOS, if you want to use wget command in order to download my Terraform from the internet, then first of all, I need to install my wget first. For that purpose, any installation you have to do from the root user only, simple funda. If you want to install any kind of a thing, the admin rights contains only for root user. You cannot do go and install your normal user. You can do that if normal user is having, root user, then a root role, then yeah, you can do that actually. But this is a small piece of Linux administration, but small commands only. Just try to understand. Sudo yum install wget. Once it's downloaded, it has to be ngp as well. Forcefully, I am doing y. So, two packages of my wget. If you see here, one is wget and ngp, means one it is installed. It has to be do ngp as well. It's very small thing only. Yeah, it's downloaded both way. So let's go and just try to do that. And once it is done, I would like to use wget command in order to use your link. Where is my link? My Terraform link. I think somewhere I kept it. No, I think so. The Terraform link. I think so. This Terraform link. So this is the Terraform link, guys. Basically, if you want to do install, download your software, HTTP releases HashiCorp. HashiCorp in the sense vendor of Terraform. So they have given some link. This is the whole internet only. Okay, if you go and browse it, this link, you can download your Terraform software. See, it's already downloaded very fastly. just kind of 15 MB only. Okay, it's Google. Sorry, in this link, HashiCorp is given, means HashiCorp is vendor of Terraform. So the same thing, I would like to use it here. Then I can do download. So let's use that command wget. Then I need to give my website link. This is my website link of Terraform software. So it's downloaded now. Once you click on there, if you see here, Terraform underscore 01223 is the extension of Terraform version, and it is supporting for Linux AMD processor. Means CentOS, Linux are both are same flavors, so I can use same thing here. If the same thing Terraform is supposed to be installed in the Windows, just go to Google Terraform installation window. Just click on install Terraform on Windows. If anybody is using Windows 11, then you can give Windows 11 as well. So here I need to go download first. Okay. So it will ask you whether it is 32 or AMD 64. Nowadays, I told you majority of the people are using Windows 64-bit operating system. So it is downloaded here. Once it is done, then you have to go there, just extract your software. This is the your Terraform.executable file. So since Windows is very user friendly, then it's very simple to do that. But majority of the organization, since Windows will not prefer, because Windows having some kind of a security, bugs, and there are some security concerns as well with Windows operating system, since it is a user friendly, and there is a chance to kind of a security checks will happen. So that is a majority of the organizations, they are using Unix or Linux or Cent kind of a command and interface kind of a operating system basically. So once I have downloaded this software, I need to do unzip this file, because if you see here, it is .zip extension. So here, if I want to do unzip, just click on command unzip space your software zip name. Just try to unzip it. Let me clear my screen. Then if you see here, once I unzip of this my software, sorry, this you can say software, you can say tool, both are like similar only. So my Terraform is now available here. Okay, so once my Terraform is available, I need to set my environment variable. This is the common. Any software or any tool, any installation package, if it has to be executed in your environment variable is most important. So let me show you first Windows, because once I explain in the Windows, maybe you can better understand in the CentOS, because majority of the people will not comfortable with CentOS, right? So first of all, I would like to explain overview in the Windows how we can set up environment variable. The people who are coming from Java or any kind of background, they know very well, because if we want to execute Java commands in our Windows machine, environment variable is most important, right? Without environment variable, Java will not execute. That's the main funda. Nothing but we need to tell to system or operating system, I install this software, it has to be executed from this particular path, like that only. So in the Windows operating system, go to your right click, properties, and where is that? I think so. This Windows 11 operating system, lot of changes are happened. Environment variable. Where is my environment path? They changed completely. 1 second, guys. Windows 10 I know, but Windows 11 variable in Windows 11. Okay, edit and system environment. Okay, they are given strictly. So edit Yeah. So go to your search button, click on edit the system environment variable. If you click on like this, so this window means system property window will open. If you click on environment variable, okay, here you need to set your path. Let's say my Terraform is now available where it is like downloads. So my folder is available here and here. So this path I need to set it if I want to run, Terraform script from using Windows operating system. So once it is done, if you see here, this is the my Terraform. It's available here, and here also you would like to add it. It is that very spot. Oh, it's already once I added here, automatically this thing added here as well. So once click on OK, then you can execute any Terraform in the Windows here. Like that way, similar kind of environment variable you have to set in CentOS as well. So here we don't see any kind of a user interface here. So we have to execute one small command in order to set my input path to communicate the Terraform into my profile, basically, especially CentOS, they can use some kind of a batch kind of a profile. So we need to upgrade. This is a one-time setup only. Okay, again, I'm telling. So this is a small command where we have to use Terraform scripts. Echo space path is equal to $path colon download, and means my Terraform software or tool I have kept into downloaded. Then etc is the etc and profile, means when you're using any kind of a Unix or CentOS kind of a thing, each profile we need to set like how we are setting in the Windows operating system. So in CentOS we have to set our variable path like this. So once you entered, then my variable path is set for my Terraform, but still I would like to, test whether my software is working or not. So let's go and we can try to do execute of Terraform commands here. So before that, I would like to use one more command in order to sync my profile like. So once I updated my path into my profile of etc folder, then I need to go the every time, because if I'm not executing source.bash under profile, then every time I need to set my path. So to avoid such a kind of a situation, I need to execute my last command for my profile. So once it is done, then I can use anytime Terraform in this particular environment here. So by using Terraform now, so let's say the command is, if you write Terraform, oh, what happened? Okay, I need to switch it from the root account, then still is not set. Mm, 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 mm. One second. Sudo -u. Let me create one temporary directory. I'm creating one folder. I'm just moving my Terraform to this temporary folder. Okay, so I moved into this. Let me execute one more time of my variable here. It's not taken actually. I don't know why it should take. Again, I have to run source.bash underscore profile as well. Such a directory. Oh, sorry, path is wrong. I have given downloads. Now I have moved into Terraform, right? So a small change, guys. In the same echo, I need to just change the path only. Okay. The path should be, because I kept my Terraform inside temp folder. So I would like to give path is equal to path colon. Let's see some small syntax mistake here. Path is equal to single quotation path only. I am pretty sure. Then path is temp under slash, means whatever it's there, it has to take it. That's fine. Now I think so it's fine. Once it is done, the profile name also I would like to give the same whatever I am using for dot bash underscore profile. So let me create file of bash. I think so. Echo space path is equal to path colon temp. Then it has to be stored into dot bash profile. Yeah, I think so. It should work now. Spelling is correct, right? Okay. Terraform. It's really weird actually. Auto temp. Okay, yeah, fine. Because I just came one step back, because if I want to execute Terraform, then I need to switch back from temp to my Terraform folder here. So that is why it's giving error. So if you see here, once I run Terraform command here, it is telling all commands, whatever I am here, like apply, destroy, init, plan, validate. So I just discussed about only 5 commands here. You need to go all commands here, because whatever we are using regular commands, there is the 4 to 5 commands only. One is the apply, and one is the destroy, one is the init, one is the plan, and validate. Okay, these 4 or 5 commands only I just explained when I was giving in theoretical explanation. So let's go and we can try to implement some small kind of a VPC network today. VPC network means virtual primary network by using of Terraform here. So today I would like to implement very small kind of a lab, because my Terraform is now set here. So now I would like to implement my Terraform code here for my VPC network. Means my requirement is, let's go my whiteboard. Let me explain the main requirement, then I can explain in the script as well. So now I got a requirement from my customer. They have some kind of a network, VPC network in the client organizations or in the client projects. So already it's working fine. Already they have configured, but again, they are expecting we have to do automate for that, like infrastructure as a code. So how we can write that? So we need to write one small module for network, where in order to creation of your VPC here. The requirement is we had to VPC. You know very well how to create VPC by console. It's very pretty straightforward. Hardly it will take 20 to 30 seconds. I can, if you want to create by using of GCP console here, or if you want to use G Cloud also, you can execute the similar kind of a command. But when you come to infrastructure as well, I told you that anything, whatever we are doing across the training sessions, we can do in 3 ways basically, right? One is the console level, one is the G cloud level, and another is the infrastructure as a code. The last part we are talking about here, for each resource, it could be app engine, it could be pipelines, it could be anything you can do automate by using of Terraform. But still, this is the very starting level. I'm just today going with VPC. Means you can write some small piece of declarative script for VPC, virtual primary cloud. Then you can execute Terraform command Then let's see in the console whether my VPC is created or not. That is pretty simple and a small lab. I don't want to go suddenly for complex lab here. So slowly I can come up with small things like today I'm doing VPC, tomorrow I can do virtual machine creation. So and again we can create some kind of a VM instances like that. Slowly we can increase our script, because I don't want to go directly in the complex script basically. So let me clear my screen. Then here I want to write Terraform script here. For that purpose, we need basically some files here, not big files, very small files. Like first of all, I need to create one extension file of Terraform, that is .tf basically. So here, whatever I am maintaining steps here, this is the steps, same thing you have to follow in the real-time organization. Here, two things. One is the prerequisite. Here, what is the prerequisite? The prerequisite is you have to install Terraform. You have to configure Terraform. Then the second prerequisite is we have to create service account as well. Okay. If I want to execute my Terraform commands, then I need to create service account as well. This service account has to be aligned with your Terraform environment basically. Once these two is done, then we can go ahead with the implementation of Terraform. So how we can create service account? Anybody remember? In the IAM class, I told you. That's why I told you basics are most important. So go to your IAM. Go to your IAM. Inside there, you have a service accounts. Okay. Already we have created a couple of service accounts in for different labs, if you remember. Anyhow, I can create one more time for you for just recalling. So let's say give some service account. What is the name? You can give any name. Terraform service account. Okay. So once you given the service account name here, then automatically email ID will create it. Just click on copy and try to paste it here. Then create and continue. Here you have to view role, because this role contains what kind of access do you have, right? I think so you remember at least. Anyhow, just try to, otherwise you can go my second or third video recording of GCP administration. So I'm just giving role here and just go on. Once it is done, then it will asking your email ID, means for which user you are going to create this service account. Because if I'm executing Terraform commands, it has to be know who is executing first, right? That's why IAM is very important role in terms of controlling. Let's say I prepared some script without telling to anyone. I'm just simply ran the commands of Terraform. Simply it's provisioning. Then how how customer, how they knows that who has created this? So that is why IAM will give very kind of a controlling kind of administration here. So here I need to give my account name, my email ID name, whatever I have created for GCP, right? So this is my account name. This account name is nothing but an email ID. This account name I have to give it here. So once I'm copy paste here, automatically my user is populating here. So the same thing I have given for this as well. Then once it is done, just click on done here. So once it is done, my, where is that? I think so. This is all. Yeah. So this Terraform service account has been created successfully now. But till now, there is no keys here. What is the key here in the sense? If I want to access Terraform environment by using of the service account, keys are the most important. Okay. Keys are the most important. So I need to set it key here. Just click on this. If you go to my service account, permissions already we have been set. Now you have to just keys. So key part we haven't done in before. We haven't done in before keys part earlier, because we never used the VM kind of environment in the before. We just creating and we had just provisioning, that's it. But today we are accessing to my VM, like CentOS kind of a environment where we are using because of the Terraform setup here. So that is why today I would like to explain keys mechanism as well. Keys is nothing but is kind of a security kind of a thing where it can use this in order to accessing Terraform environment. So just click on add key. I don't have any existing key, so that is why I am trying to use create private key for Terraform service account here. Okay, as of now, I am taking JSON because Terraform is I told you it's a declarative language, so most probably I will take it as a JSON level here. P2 in the sense is a keygen kind of a thing where we can do encryption of our key as well. But as of now, I am going with JSON only because P2 it won't any help for our this kind of scenario, at least for this lab. So just click on JSON and create it. So once it is done, my key is downloaded in my personal computer along with this name. Just me open that. So this is my private key. If you see here, begin private key. From here to, let me go to endpoint. Yeah, till here, it is my key. Okay, let me maximize this notepad. Yeah, this is entire your key here. Automatically, it has been created by Google. It is encryption key kind of thing. It's a unique key as well. It's very long key. Oh my god. And if you see here, it is telling it is service account. This is my project ID because this key is only valid for this project account. I mean, whatever I'm using in the GCP currently right now, that is the same thing here. This is the private key. Private key ID is not key. So private key ID is different. Private key is different. Okay. This is just header of this particular ID. Then this is my private key information. Who is client means I am using. I am in the sense this account guy. Terraform iPhone service iPhone account. This is the client ID. Client ID is nothing but a project ID. This is the project ID, right? You might have project ID. If you go there, where is your home? Yeah, this is your project ID, right? So similarly, the same thing is available here, and this is auth token XYZ. Like that means all things wherever we have given the format JSON, the relevant information has been downloaded automatically in the format of JSON here, because this key is most important. Otherwise, you cannot execute Terraform commands. This is all, of course, one-time setup. It could be some complicated, but this is one-time setup. Sometimes what happen if your time is good, once you join in our organization, already Terraform setup is there, then you don't need to do anything. Directly you can go directly, you can start implementation. But if your time is bad or if you have wrong time, then these things you have to take yourself only, because customer will say simply go, this is Terraform, right? Go and install and try to start your work. They will simply say simply like that. So that time you have to know these all things, because I don't lose basics on this kind of installation. I don't want to go directly implementation, because background will be very important. If someone asks you, if you say I know Terraform, in the sense, if you don't know how to install it, it's really guilty feeling, right? So that context, I want to cover each and everything. Even there is one-time setup, I don't want to go daily do this kind of things, right? Once the setup is ready today, then I do start implementation by writing of all Terraform scripts. So that is why I have taken some extra time here, because you have to know how you need to install, how you can, what are the prerequisites, what is the command at least. Implementation, and that is very simple and straightforward part. But the prerequisite, these kind of things you have to know, because if you tell Terraform, then you have to know the installation as well. That is why. So now let's go to align our whatever we have here service account. Now we have to align our GCP instance as well. So for that purpose, I need to execute few commands. Let's go and do that. Let's go. The first command is here. This is the not the Terraform command. This is the GCP command. Okay. Gcloud auth login. This command will align your Terraform, your service account along with your this virtual machine. If you see here, you are running and Google Compute Engine virtual machine means I am using CentOS. It is recommended that you use service account for authentication. See the beauty of this means the engine, the virtual machine has to know who is accessing my machine. Without service account, it's can't do, right? Means accessing in the sense who are executing my particular kind of a Terraform kind of a tool, who is using that. So here I need to do authentication for, like how we are doing in the Git repos now, Git repos and Google repos. We are authenticate sometimes. If you remember, one browser will keep on opening when I'm trying to do something, right? Similar way here also it will do authenticate for that. So for that purpose, I need to execute this command. So let me go notepad first. Gcloud, this is the GCP command. Okay, again, gcloud space config space fetch space account space your account name. Then it will do register. Control V. So I'm executing this command. So let me clear my screen. Then I am trying to. If you see here, update property core account means whatever I have given the account name here, it's been updated. Means now my VM knows that whatever I'm trying to do execute of Terraform commands, then the respective person has been registered. Means my email ID has been registered. In the real time, you might be service account like some XY or some Wipro.com. Your user ID at the rate some IBM.com, some Microsoft.com, some your company's name. Here I am giving Gmail ID along with my service account, right? So in the real time, your company email ID, whatever you are using as a user, the same thing you might be added here. Then it will register into your environment. Whatever you are executing commands, then there is a there is a some column name. It can print your ID. Means someone has to be know who has executed this kind of a provisioning in my infrastructure. Simply they can capture it, because tracking is most important. We are working with the operations, we are working in the this kind of operations, so tracking is most important. That is why IAM will be there in order to following the governance. So once it is done, and I need to use one more key here because I just added account, then my key has to be aligned with this particular, whatever I have get service account here. Here, I would like to use one more gcloud command like gcloud in order to IAM module here. For that purpose, the command is gcloud IAM. IAM means identity access management. Service account, this is a standard command only. Service accounts, let's align my key with this service account. Where is my key? Oh, for that, first of all, I would like to upload my key first, because now my key is available inside my, my key is available inside my, what else? In my local, right? Whatever is downloaded earlier, the key is available here only. If you go downloads, my key is available local. So I have to upload there. Just simply upload file. Just go there and downloads. Let me change this key name because I need to give some short name. Terraform today keys. Okay. So once I just rename my file name only. Just upload files. Connection 40 destination read file. Oh, maybe some network issue. Yeah, just try to upload it. Yeah, so I have uploaded my keys here. If you see here, Terraform, whatever I have taken, the same JSON code I have copied here. Now I would like to set my command here. Oh, my session is unfortunately. Then I need to execute one more time because my session is in middle, it's break, right? So I need to execute again this command. What happened? GMS command not found. Why? Oh, G-cloud is missing. This is the command. I have given wrong command. Okay, now it's updated now. So once it is updated, now I would like to update my key as well. G-cloud, IAM identity access management, service accounts, keys, create from where? I need to give my path here, forward. I think so my key is here itself. So simply I can give my key name. What is my key name? Let me do copy. So my key name space IAM minus account. My account name is, this is my account, service account name. So whatever keys your contact to account, Terraform is any valid credentials. Oh, okay, G-code out plugin. Okay, let me add it. Login. Yes. So now once we align with your account, then at least prerequisite is ready now. Okay, prerequisite is ready now. Okay, it's 11. Okay, fine. Actually, today I would like to cover one small project. That's fine. It will take some time, but it's fine. So I would like to sign off this year because at least today we have understood very detail how we can set up first, because setup is most important with the one-time setup. So from tomorrow onwards, we will start some modules like network VPS creation, VM instance by using of Terraform, how we can implement, how we can write some piece of code. Not we don't need to write anything. We just simply copy paste only. Why? Because sometimes I show you, right, in the Terraform registry modules, we have everything. You need to just take it, but you have to know how we can execute that basically. So how we have to run the command, that is most important. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards freshly, so one, because my environment is set up now, everything is run, everything is fine. I don't want to delete this VM account till my Terraform classes are over. So I don't want to delete this VM virtual machine, because if I delete virtual machine again, I have to do daily, right? So it's not a good practice. So I will keep it for some time until my Terraform classes are closed, right? So configurations and installations is done today successfully. Everything what we have done, first of all, we have provisioning on virtual machine. We have given all, we have configured operating system, that is CentOS. We have updated all plugins and packages. Then we have installed wget. Then we have downloaded Terraform software. Then we have unzipped the Terraform software. Then we have set the variable. Then we have created service account. Then we have created key. Then we have aligned our key with my service account. This is all the prerequisites. In the technical panel, they might ask you, let's say this is a scratch project. If I want to set up Terraform, what is the prerequisites, or what is the strategy, what is the approach you have to follow as a cloud engineer? If you know Terraform, then what is the best approach to follow? So the prerequisites, whatever I had today explained or done, the same thing, it won't change anything. Same steps. No problem, I will do documentation as well. Today I will upload it. So once the all prerequisites ready, then your Terraform environment is ready. So implementation is different. There is no problem. Hardly we have 4 commands, but the main thing is how we can prepare configuration file. That is the only challenging part. If you know how to create configuration file, then using Terraform deploying is everything very simple. Terraform init, Terraform apply, Terraform validate, Terraform. These are only the 4 commands. But you have to get practice in order to creation of configuration files. Configuration file nothing but your infrastructure as a code file. So by tomorrow we'll write VM install, VM creation, VPC creation. If we have time, storage bucket creation as well. I will take some small resources like this GCP resources. Then we can write the piece of code for those resources. Then I can try to execute Terraform command. Then let's see what is the output of whether I can able to create the GCP infrastructure as a not as like in the method of infrastructure as well. So any questions so far, guys? Of course.
Configuration file means we'll be creating YAML file, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You are right.
Correct.
That YAML file contains in the form of JSON only.
Okay, but the configuration file has a lot of infrastructure. I mean to say a lot of a lot of things, codes and all those things and all will be there, right?
Yeah, I told you, right? We have this thing now. Where is my Google Pro? So my provider is here. Who is my provider? GCP. Once you click on, everything is available here only. Let's
Yes,
say I want
you
to.
showed it the other
So,
day. Yes.
yeah, that day, right? So simply I
Yeah.
do take not exactly a copy paste,
Yeah,
90%,
we'll be just making some
90%,
changes here.
90% copy
Right.
paste.
Right.
Simply
Okay.
I need to change my project ID. I need to give some decent name like that. Rest of the thing
Yeah.
is same. Same. Yeah. But how you have to take, how we can keep in my environment, how we can execute. Once you execute, what additional file will create like Terraform state file, etc. That we have no once understand, nothing is there. You are very good with that. So yeah, from tomorrow definitely once I did one small practical, then you can flow is same, only file. Okay, if I want storage bucket, okay, I need to create configuration file for storage bucket. If I want VPC, I need to create some configuration file for my storage bucket. If I want to go in for VM creation for Windows, for Linux, accordingly I have to create my configuration file like that. If I want to create pipelines also, I have to do that. We have stuff. So from tomorrow onwards, we can start the implementation, actual implementation for that. Okay. So
Hi, sir.
yeah, yes, please. Who is this?
This is Mahesh.
Yes, Mahesh, tell me.
Sir, in VPC, default subnet has been deleted, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, okay, okay. I will show you the good question. Okay, no problem, Mahesh. So okay, guys. If anybody interested, please keep it. Please here. Otherwise, you can log off your call. Okay. This is some small requirement from Mahesh. He's facing some issue. I would like to show that. So go to this VPS network, Mahesh. Okay. Once you go VPC network, create VPC network, give some default name. You can give any name, doesn't matter. Here you might see custom automatic, right? Please keep automatic. Okay. Once you put automatic, everything will come in as a default. Got it?
Got it.
Don't go custom, go with automatic. If you click automatic, Google will provide all kind of a default IP addresses. Simply go and create. Okay. Your default will come. Okay. Not at all ever. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So any questions, guys? I will be here for next couple of minutes, then we can wrap up the call. Okay, no problem, and have a nice day, and we will connect by tomorrow. Okay. Bye.